laid, I was also expecting that there would be a table carrying the statement showing that what was the due share of the state of Telangana, which was needed to be given by the government of India, year-wise, which has not been released to the state of Telangana. But I am again and again searching the white paper, sir, it is not mentioning, sir. But I would like to mention it, sir. Because my learned friend of BJP are also here, they can pursue the government of India and get the amount released for our state, sir, which is our due share, sir. Sir, state share and central taxes, sir, right from the year 2014 and 15 and 16, 17, the total amount in budget estimate was 1,42,843.82, sir. Central taxes, sir. The actual releases were 1,31,790.70. That is 92.26, sir. Sir, I'm talking about the central taxes, sir. So now let us check in grant in aid, sir. Sir, in grant in aid, sir, the total amount which was anticipated by the state government from the year 2014 and say later 2022-23 tak, sir, it was 2,02,951.97. I repeat, sir, 2,02,951.97. But the actual releases by the government of India is only 91,368.71, sir. तो जब हम ये देखते हैं, sir, if we have to calculate the total releases, sir, it is only 45%. The due share of Telangana, which was denied by the government of India, is 1,11,583, sir. If I am wrong, I may be corrected. 55%. So, going further ahead, sir, the Finance Commission recommendation were twisted to deny the rightful share of states in central taxes, as well as the grant in aid for the central scheme implemented in the state. The white paper of Telangana state finances table today hides more than it reveals as statistics and sources of data have been used conveniently to suit the premise that the state finances have not been managed properly, sir. You make the budget, which is an estimate on the revenue that you expect and the expenditure you would like to incur basing on your needs and priorities. एक हमारी उम्मीद रहती, तवक्को रहती है कि इतने पैसे आएंगे. जब उतने पैसे नहीं आते हैं तो हमको कट डाउन करके जितने पैसे आए हैं वही खर्चना पड़ेगा. It is as simple as that, sir. So, however, for the first time we hear only about expenditure without reference to the revenues. So, table 1 compares only the budget estimate of expenditure and actual expenditure without any reference to budget estimate of revenues and actual receipts, sir. You should have taken into account the actual receipts, which the white paper is not. Sir, going further ahead, sir, in this sense, it is loop-sided way of looking at the budget where you talk about expenditure shortfall without any reference to the revenue shortfall, sir. Sir, the standard norm of budget making for the central government and the state government is that the estimates are 10 to 15% higher than the actual achievement of the targets. Again, I would say, if I am wrong, I may be corrected, sir. So the white paper, table 3, compares the United AP budget estimate of the expenditure versus actual expenditure. Sir, this comparison looks loop-sided because it gives the data of the 10 years period prior to AP reorganization. A better comparison would have been with the residuary Andhra Pradesh state after the bifurcation, that is for the 10 years period from 2014 and 15 to the 23-24. That is 5 years of TDP and 5 years of YSR rule, sir. Unnecessary, sir. The white paper compares the resources spent in Telangana region in United Andhra Pradesh right from 96 to 57 to 2013 and 14, showing the figures of Telangana share, which are simply, I would say, sir, they have no reference to the actual expenditure incurred in Telangana region. That's what I'm saying. How can you make it 41%? 1956 में क्या था पॉपुलेशन? आप कैसा देख सकते हैं? 1960 में क्या था? क्या उस वक्त की आंध्र प्रदेश की असेंबली में was any book or any finances tabled in the house? कि this much amount has been spent on Telangana, this much on Andhra, this much on Rayalaseema? No. How did we arrive to this figure, sir? The assets and liabilities of United AP were divided among the residuary AP and new Telangana state based on a 2011 population ratio of two regions, that is 58.32% of residuary AP and 41.68% of Telangana state. How can you revoke the combined AP state figures by enmarking 41.68% proportion of Telangana region? What is the population ratio of Seema Andhra and Telangana in 96 and 57 to 2010 and 11 is a question which needs to be answered. I hope that Honorable Chief Minister Saab or the Finance Minister Saab would give an answer to this, sir. So this is how the bureaucrats play with the credibility of their political bosses by passing off the cooked up figures, sir. They don't give the right figures, sir. The source is shown as budget document in the United AP for this data. Can you show one budget document of United AP where the cited data is shown in Telangana? For Telangana, it is shown. The white paper talks about the trends in actual revenue receipt, again without reference to budget estimate of the revenue receipts. Again, the white paper cites the actual outstanding debt trend without reference to estimates and making comparison with the FRBM norm. The white paper also cites the year-wise principal and interest repayment leading to increased debt servicing burden. The data is cited from the state budget document and not from the CAG, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir, not from the CAG, sir. So the white paper lists out the government guarantees, loans raised by the special purpose vehicle, corporation and serviced by the government, and the loans raised by SPVs and serviced by them, and non-guarantee loans which are raised and serviced by SPs and corporations and institutions. So the white paper also lists out the status of financial progress of ongoing works in various departments under capital expenditure, sir. So it also gives out the abstract of payment status and other pending bills of the state government. The white paper also refers the expenditure of salaries and pension of the government employees. However, the white paper does not talk about the expenditure incurred on subsidies under revenue accounts, sir. Sir, I have the list of the subsidies also, sir. I have I did some homework and I came, sir. So 2018 and 19, 19 and 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23. Sir, यहाँ पर जब हम देखते हैं, sir, the subtotal for the year in interest payment, salary, wages, pension and subsidies, sir. The total 2018 and 19, 50,436. 19 and 20, sir. Interest payment, salary, wages, pension and subsidies, sir, it is 54,311. 20 and 21, sir, it is 61,738. For the year 21-22, 73,039, and 22-23, 81,662, sir. Sir, I have all the details, sir. Sir, I would like to point out that there is what is called as a committed expenditure. If I am wrong, I may be corrected, sir. Committed expenditure of the government, which is incurred any circumstances, even when budgetary cuts or expenditure freezes are imposed. So the committed expenditure of the government on revenue account mainly consists of interest payment, expenditure on salaries and wages and pension of government employees, and subsidies, sir. So these four heads of accounts are unaffected by any expenditure freeze or austerity measures resorted by the government to curtail the expenditure in wake of shortfall in revenues. So the white paper also talks about increasing reliance on ways of means advances by giving out the year-wise data and utilization of these advances. Honorable Speaker, sir, I may point out here that the successive governments in United Andhra Pradesh as well as in residuary Andhra Pradesh and Telangana state after bifurcation have been resorting to ways and means advance overdraft and special drawing limits. The TDP and the Congress government in United Andhra Pradesh and the TRS and BRS government in Telangana and the TDP and YSR governments in the residuary AP have been resorting to the ways and mean advances virtually almost every day of the year except for the bank holidays, sir. But, sir, I must recall that it was K. Roshaya Saab who had avoided the ways and means advances and overdraft when he served as the state finance minister and later as the chief minister also, sir. So the white paper cites different sources for its data as per its convenience, and these includes finance accounts of CAG, RBI State Finances Report 23-24, budget documents of United Andhra Pradesh, Government of India budget monthly accounts of CGA, Reserve Bank of India, IFMIS portal of Telangana government, Director Works account concerned department, State Finance Department, etc. Sir, however, the figures cited in one table of white paper do not match with another table relating to the same financial year. Example is the table 3 and the table 5. On glaring omission in the white paper is the growth in GSDP and per capita income in Telangana versus United AP and Residuary AP, other Indian states and central governments also, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir, to put the record straight, I would like to give due credit to the previous government for progress achieved by Telangana state, sir. So despite all constraints and discrimination meted out by the central government, Telangana state had recorded impressive progress in all the sectors, including developmental activities and welfare programs in the last 10 years. Incidentally, the previous State Assembly debated on these issues many a times. In all these years, the State Assembly has held a short discussion in the central government dual policy in implementation of FRBM Act and its impact on state progress, and the failure of central government in implementing the Assurance under AP Reorganization Act in Telangana state on the 13th September 2022, and the short discussion on Central Electricity Bill and its and also held on 12th September 22, sir. Sir, at the same time, I would also like to bring to the kind notice of this House, as per the CAG report, sir, the budget allocated and actual revenues, sir. Sir, the actual revenues and expenditure, if we have to see, sir, for the year 2014 and 15, sir, the budget estimate was 97,563.61. The actual receipts were 63,323, and expenditure of 94,890.50. Budget estimate this was, but the actual expenditure was 61,840. Let me also say that, sir, in the expenditure, the borrowings for that year was 13,467.46. You haven't spent what was mentioned in your budget estimate. For the year 15, 16 and 16 and 17, sir, your actual expenditure was 1,14,397. But let me remind and bring to this kind notice of this House is that in that 16,000 and 23,000 were loans. And again, if we have to see it for the year 2017 and 18, the expenditure, the actual expenditure is 1,09,000. In that 1,09,000, 26,876.18 was the loan and the borrowing which you have borrowed. For the year 18 and 19, the actual expenditure, 18 and 19, the actual expenditure was 1,16,804. But let me remind and say that 23,470 was the borrowing in this expenditure, sir, in the actual expenditure. For the year 19 and 20, again, the actual expenditure was 1,23,809.09. But in this expenditure, the actual expenditure, the loan and the borrowing was 24,081.87. For the year 2021, again, the actual expenditure was 135,731. The borrowings were 33,191. Sir, again, if we have to see, Sir, again, sorry sir, it is not 33, the borrowings was 45,638. Sir, if we have to see again for the year 21 and 22, the real actual expenditure is 1,66,747, but the borrowings was 47,690. And if we have to see for the year 22-23, the actual expenditure was 1,70,849.27. The borrowings were 32,119.05. So the actual borrowings from the year, financial year 2014 and 15, as per the CAG report, says 2,77,987, sir. So now if we have to again budget estimate agar dekh lete hain, the expected is that for the year, for October 2023, it is 38 lakhs 234.94. तो अगर इसको भी मिला लेते हैं तो 3 लाख चिल्लर कुछ होता है. Sir, going further ahead, sir, during the last session of the Second Assembly on the 6th of August 23, short discussion was held on Telangana state formation, progress achieved in own states, sir, from the Congress side. My friend and Honorable Finance Minister and Deputy Chief Minister Bhatti Vikrama had participated in the debate and expressed his views on the progress registered in the state since 2014. Everyone knows that under what circumstances the state came into being, and there were apprehensions about its financial viability as it solely depends on economic activities and revenues generated in Hyderabad metropolitan region. And also let us not forget that we had COVID for 2 years continuous. The world was held. सारी दुनिया रुकी हुई थी, बंद हो गई थी, लेकिन उसके बाद भी हमारे स्टेट में काम हुआ और काम करने की कोशिश हुई. The new state faced many challenges, right from grave power electricity crisis, the distress in farm sector, to the specter of fall in revenues due to bifurcation of lack of resources for taking up welfare schemes on the large scale. I think the state has overcome all these obstacles and hurdles and emerged as a model young state in the country, overtaking the several other bigger states in social and economic indices, sir. Sir, incidentally, the new Finance Minister Saab has released 2 booklets on Telangana economy and Telangana state at a glance on 13th of December, which I have, sir. This book, sir. So this booklet gives the data on the progress achieved by the state since 2002 to 14. Sir, I don't know. अगर ये बुक गलत थी और व्हाइट पेपर सही था, तो या तो इसको रिलीज नहीं करना था या उसको रिलीज नहीं करना था, रोक लेना था. दोनों को रिलीज कर दिए, सर. According to the provisional estimates of Telangana gross state domestic product GSDP at the current prices in 22-23 is rupees 13,13,391 crores with a growth rate of 16.3%, which is higher than the India's growth rate of 16.1%. So per capita income PCI of Telangana at current prices at 22-23 is rupees 3,12,398, which is rupees 1,40,122, higher than the national per capita income of rupees 1,72,276. So Telangana ranked third. Telangana ranked third among the state and union territories according to the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation in per capita income in the country, sir. The sectoral analysis shown that the agriculture and allied sector achieved a growth of 15.8%. The industrial sector clocked a growth of 10%, and service sector witnessed a remarkable growth of 20.6% in 22-23, which is again higher than overall India's growth at 17.3%. Sir, the GSDP, Honorable Speaker, sir, the GSDP of Telangana has grown from 5,05,849 crores in 2014 and 15 to rupees 13,13,391 crores in the year 22-23, sir, recording a compound annual growth rate of 12.7%, sir. Similarly, the per capita income of the state has risen from rupees 1,24,104 in 2014 and 15 to rupees 3,12,398 in the year 22-23, registering a CGR of 12.2%. Sir, it again, sir, अब सब बोलेंगे अकबर साहब खड़े रह के वो टीआरएस की तायद कर, मैं तायद नहीं कर रहा हूं साहब, ये बुक पढ़ रहा हूं, मैं बुक पढ़ रहा हूं सर. Third, thanks to this economic growth, the state merchandise exports have risen from rupees 35,444 crores in 2014 and 15 to rupees 91,967 crores in the year 22-23, sir. The services of information technology and IT-enabled services exports have increased from 75,070 crores in 2014 and 15 to rupees 2,41,275 crores in the year 22-23, sir. So the overall export of state have jumped threefold from 1,10,515 crores in 2014 and 15 to rupees 3,33,042 crores in 22-23, sir. So the state social economic growth would not have been possible without substantial investments by way of capital expenditure of the state government in primary agriculture, secondary industry and territory services sector in the last 1 decade, sir. Sir, when I spoke on the governor's address earlier, sir, I had referred to Reserve Bank of India's report on state finances, a study of budget of 23-24, revenue dynamics and fiscal capacity of Indian states. The RBI report also speaks positively about the economic and revenue indices of Telangana state in comparison to other states in the country, sir. Telangana state initiated reforms, measures to augment the tax and non-tax revenues to meet the ever-rising expenditure of state government on development and non-development activities, including salaries and pensions of government employees, subsidies on power, RTC and other sectors, and the interest on the state debt. According to RBI report 23-24, page number 181, Appendix 1, Telangana state own tax revenue SOTR accounts to rupees to 85.92% of the state's total revenue in the current financial year. 85.92, sir. Sir, as per the CAG report, the total actual receipts of Telangana government have increased from rupees 63,323.29 crores in the year 2014 and 15 to rupees 1,92,097.68 crores in 22-23. That is a net increase of 1,28,774.39 crores, a growth rate of 203.36%, sir, in 8 financial years, sir. So the actual expenditure of the state government rose from 61,860.48 crores in 2014 and 15 to rupees 1,70,849.27 crores in the year 22-23, sir. This is a net increase of 1,09,008.79 crores, a growth rate of 176.27% in 8 financial years, sir. So the actual borrowings of state have increased from rupees 13,467.46 crores in the year 2014 and 15 to rupees 32,119.05 crores in 22-23, and this figure excludes the guarantees given by the state government on the borrowing of the state-run corporation and cooperative bodies, sir. The state debt burden outstanding has consequently increased from rupees 61,710 crores inherited by Telangana from undivided Andhra Pradesh at the time of bifurcation in June 2014 to revised estimate of rupees 3,22,993 crores at the end of 2022-23 financial year, a net increase of 2,61,283 crores in a period of 8 financial years, sir. We hope and trust that the Congress government would take effective steps to implement all its guarantees, declaration and other promises in the short duration before the announcement of schedule of enforcement of Model Code of conduct for the Lok Sabha elections. मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि लोकसभा इलेक्शन से पहले आप अपने पूरे प्रोमिसेस को फुलफिल करेंगे। आपने कहा कि 2 प्रोमिसेस करें, लेकिन सिर्फ एक प्रॉमिस में ए बी सी था, उसमें से एक करें, और दूसरी प्रॉमिस में ए एंड बी था, उसमें से एक करें, अभी बी बाकी है। मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप वो सारे प्रॉमिसेस को फुलफिल करेंगे, और वो प्रॉमिसेस को फुलफिल करने के लिए जो भी ताउन, जो भी सपोर्ट हमको देना है, हम जरूर आपको देंगे, क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि अवाम से किए गए वादे पूरे हों। हम चाहते हैं अवाम ने जिस उम्मीद के साथ वोट दिया है वो उम्मीद पूरी हो। हम चाहते हैं कि अवाम जिस तवक्को के साथ वोट दिया है वो पूरा हो। हम नहीं चाहते कि उनके ख्वाब चुकनाचूर हों। बट सर, एट द सेम टाइम आई वुड लाइक टू, मैं कांग्रेस की हुकूमत को आगाह करना चाहता हूं, आपकी नाकामी ऐसे ना हो कि बीजेपी